Hello everybody. In this video I am going to focus on the manufacturing module that is developed by Apagen solution, customized from the standard ERP system, standard Odoo system, to suit the various manufacturing enterprises. The solution focuses on ensuring that the chain of command and the linkages between different processes are not missed out. Essentially, we have ensured and plugged the gaps which were there in the Odoo's manufacturing solution to ensure that all industries related with manufacturing of products would be able to suffice their requirements through the apps. This solution has been developed and customized in various modules, for example, inventory management, quality management, manufacturing module, inventory purchase module, and so on. Let me start with basic dashboards and reports, which are essential part of the system. Here we can see that all the dashboards refer to the standard operations. We have tried to see that the Odoo standard reporting are not impacted at all. You will be able to see that the standard dashboard stays as it is, and you will be able to see all that information exactly the way the dashboards have been designed. It talks about the top products, operation types, responsibilities, products, and most importantly your weekly or monthly production cycle. The warehouse metrics talks about the data of the stock with respect to negative stock, availability of stock in particular locations, and also seeing top products in specific locations as well. The aging details of the stock is also available with respect to the creation date. If we look at the warehouse operations, you will be able to see different transfers. The transfers which are currently late from different vendors are also visible here. With respect to finance, you will be able to filter out and compare with different years of revenues, cash details, profitability, performance, balance sheet details, and so on. If I link it with the latest year, you will be able to compare the latest year with the previous year as well. Moving on to respective reports. Several reports have been customized or added to the system. Beyond the standard report of accounting, you would be able to see analysis for material indents. These material indent analysis primarily focuses on the material indent module that we have created. This material indent module already focuses on based on the manufacturing order that is raised, you will be able to see material requisitions, and these material requisitions are basically requests to your inventory team for the materials that needs to be issued. This is directly in correlation with your BOM within the particular manufacturing order. Similarly, we have reports in quality module as well. The quality module reports have been customized. In fact, we have rewritten the quality module here, which primarily focuses on completely different frame of design, and you can now move quality for multiple parameters. These parameters could be product specific, and based on which you would be able to see further reports like history of calibration, rejection report of raw material, rejection report for finished goods, quality reports, basically status of all the quality checks which have taken in a particular day, and also supplier quality performance report as well. So all these reports are available in the system in Excel formats. Of course, it can be further customized to move it to PDF or bring it to the dashboards. Now let me focus on the core processes of the manufacturing order. The sales order process stays as it is. You will be able to create sales order without making much difference. The sales order process, one level approval has been added here. After the sales order has been created, we also have provision to create what we call sales forecast. We have created a new planning system beyond the Odoo's planning system, which allows us to do monthly or weekly planning system, and which also relies on approval. So the sales forecast system essentially allows us to forecast selling of particular items from different customers in a particular month. In this example, you can see 2 products are being forecasted between 1st of November to 30th November, which essentially allows us to forecast the production depending on the customer's request. Based on this sales forecast, we will be able to generate what we call demand forecast. Demand forecast essentially is basically requirement of sum of sales orders and the sales forecast within a particular period. The system will combine the orders as well as the forecast into total quantity, which we can further multiply or modify accordingly. The system also brings up unit pricing so that we are able to judge how much value of products we are producing or are being sold in a particular month. Based on this demand forecast, the system generates material plan. Please note that all these plans are being generated specifically for a particular month. This month could have been a different period. For example, you could do a 15-month day planning. You could do a weekly planning depending on the schedule that you want to generate. We have smart buttons all throughout the system. The material planning combines the raw material requirement of all the items that needs to be produced based on the demand forecast that we previously generated. The system automatically populates the data. The system also shows what are the on-hand quantity, what are pending PO, what are in quality or quarantine, what are indented, and based on which if additional quantities are required, you will be able to judge your net quantity. Choosing your preferred vendor also allows you to generate a purchase intent. So this allows you flexible creation of material planning once in a month or a period, and based on which a purchase intent can be generated, as you can see on the screen. This purchase intent is also new here, which basically brings all the materials. It also suggests you preferred vendor if applicable, and most importantly, the quantity has been brought up directly from the material planning based on the forecasted vendor. So in parallel here, purchase requisition would create purchase orders, and in a separate exercise, the production plan would also be generated by the team based on the demand forecast. If you look at the production plan here, the production plan focuses on how much quantity is to be produced this month, and inadvertently it divides the production into different machines, into different manufacturing orders depending on the work center. So there are different machines, there are different work centers, based on which it will already be able to divide this production into based on the capacity. So here you also have the option to define a particular batch or a shift, essentially meaning that in one particular batch or a shift how much quantities can be produced. If this is defined properly, your production planning will automatically be divided into daily production plan. And needless to say, once you have defined this, you will be able to separate this out also. So you have two options: generate a bulk MO or a capacity based MO. So I had explained capacity based MO, but if you are saying producing a separate quantity and you want to generate for multiple days, you can generate a bulk MO also. Once you click on this button, the system generates a manufacturing order, and this manufacturing order allows you to capture the component details based on the BOM. Based on the system's availability, the purchase intents have already been raised, so there is no trigger of materials from the manufacturing order per se. And if work orders are configured, you will be able to see the work orders as well, depending on the use case scenario. The next essential step after the production order has been raised will be to raise a material requisition. This is only possible if your purchase intent has already resulted in your purchase orders. Going back to the purchase orders, the requisitions are already available here, and for each requisitions, once a PO request has been created, the system will show this as part of PO. From requisitions, you will be able to raise a request to create a PO, The PO will be created based on the choice of your vendors, and once PO has been created, you will be able to see all the processes accordingly. The PO process is largely same except for few advancements in terms of defining a delivery schedule for the vendor, and an advance payment feature in case pro forma invoice is received and an advance payment is supposed to be recorded here. Based on the purchasing, the system will allow us now to receive the items in the inventory. Now, while receiving the items in the inventory, these items are supposed to go through quality check. So we have created a 3-step input process in Odoo, but instead of using the standard receiving stock picking, we have created a new module called Gate In and Gate Out. The Gate In and Gate Out process allows us to have multiple types of operations, and they are directly linked with Odoo's stock picking process. So if you look at the Gate In process, in this process you have different types. Here we have example of purchase receipts, but we have sales return, we have job works, we have repair, and we have other stock transfers also. Looking with the example of purchase receipts, you are able to see the details of the partner, which is our vendor bill details, transporter, based on which you can choose what item you are receiving here. The system will show up ordered and pending quantity. You can mention how much quantity is being received or billed, and based on your entries, the system will move this to the quality inspection process. Okay. So if you look at the stages, the first step being material inward, which is unloading in the dock. Then it goes to quality inspection process, then back to store for actual inward, and then to the purchase department or the finance department to record the bill. The inspection of this particular record is created, which moves to the quality team. Now in this example, you can see for a particular product, for a particular gate in, for a particular purchase order, we have different quality inspection lines being generated here. As you can see, there are different parameters. For each parameter, there is an acceptance criteria, there is a tolerance level, and based on your observation, the status or the result of the test is recorded. Here all are passed here. We do have internal emails for approvals by the head of the department, and you also have the option to generate the IQC inspection report or the approved labels of the particular quality inspection that has been performed. This is done for raw material as well as packaging material, and after this is done, the vendor bill is recorded right from here. Please note, we are directly linking here with the standard Odoo's process, which means while you navigate gate in quality inspection through one window, but behind the scene, once the process is completely, it correlates with the standard Odoo's inventory and accounting processes. Once the material is available, we are now in position to do the manufacturing. In the manufacturing orders, you have material requisitions which have been raised. This material requisition, once raised, intimates the inventory team. Please note that you will not be able to raise material requisition if the material is not found in the inventory. Effectively meaning that there is no chance of partial inventory, or even in case the inventory is not there, then there will not be possibility to raise the requisition also. Once the material is issued by the person, you will be able to navigate and create the manufacturing, process the manufacturing order into in progress. And depending on your multiple level process, you will be able to record your consumption and mark the item as closed. Now once the manufacturing order is in process, you may want to record the production delivery or the items which are completed. For that you have the provision for production delivery. So instead of completing them all in one go, you will be able to raise what we call production delivery. This production delivery allows you to define how much quantity has been produced, how much was supposed to be produced, how many have been rejected, and the details of the inspection dates and receipt. This production delivery can be raised multiple times, and this finally transfers goods from the production location to the finished good location. Once this process is completed, your manufacturing order is complete. Also, this particular production delivery is linked with in-process inspection, which means from here you will also be doing inspection. Under quality module, we can see there is an in-process inspection process. This in-process inspection process also has predefined parameters, and you will be able to record the result as per the requirements. Beyond this, we have a lot of other processes in quality. For example, we have pre-delivery inspection for the dispatch process, very similar to incoming and outgoing. We have calibration process for all the equipments. You will be able to record the calibration of different instruments. And based on this, you will be able to record the calibration. Now please note that here once the calibration is recorded, you will be able to get alerts on the equipments which are supposed to be calibrated in future. We have QMS features for recording corrective and preventive action. The corrective and preventive actions during a particular operation are recorded here. For example, source of the problem, what are the process procedures, what is the complaint details, what is the reason for all these details. All these are captured here in this particular format. You will be able to see some of the information on the screen. We have engineering change request. Engineering change request details are also entered here. Engineering change request details are specific to departments. You will be able to specify a respective department. You will be able to specify a particular model, a specific part name, a specific customer. You have the information about the change, control number, comments on the CFT team, reasons for the change in engineering, and then approval from the production team as well as the QA team. This will allow you to record the engineering change request, which can then be triggering a request for product lifecycle management system, which is Odoo standard module, or you can directly trigger changes in BOM as well. We also have process for recording customer complaint. This is a small module but captures the information about customers' complaint associated with a particular product. We do have additional processes in inventory module as well. We have seen gate in. We also have gate out, which basically records all the movement outside the system, right from sales, delivery, purchase returns, job works, repair out, and stock transfer as well. So for each type of operations, a separate exercise can be done. Most importantly, you will have fields associated with these processes very unique to the process, and it will touch down the standard stock picking process at the end. The maintenance module also has been enhanced here. We have created what we call preventive maintenance scheduling checklist, which allows you to have predefined checklists for preventive maintenance for different type of equipments. What you can see on the screen is a checklist for a particular equipment, and you can define when it is supposed to start and what is the frequency of the maintenance, based on which the system will auto-generate the preventive maintenance schedule. And based on this, you will now be able to create the maintenance request or schedule the maintenance request accordingly. The checklist is available at the request based on what was created by the system. You can see the details here. We also have corrective maintenance. Corrective maintenance are essentially raised from the manufacturing order as a standard Odoo procedure. Only difference here being that it has been clearly separated out with preventive maintenance, and additional information about what are the different actions taken are recorded. We have also kept the provision to ensure that any spare part consumption during corrective maintenance procedure are recorded in the system like here. The advantage here is that the system does the consumption of these items at the end of the corrective maintenance process, and it also maintains your inventory. There is also a separate process for material requisition and issue for spare parts by the maintenance team as well. We do have additional reports associated with maintenance, which is breakdown analysis, consumption of material which is recorded during the maintenance, and the cost of maintenance over a particular period of time. Overall, this is a summary of all the major work or customizations or enhanced manufacturing process developed by Apagen. As far as supporting processes are concerned, the quality module, the HR module is used for the planning. We are also using the accounting module. The accounting module is closely linked with the purchase, and depending on your localization, the different processes are created. For Indian localization, for example, delivery challan is directly associated with gate outs to create movements. The invoice and bills are also directly linked with the gate in and gate out to create direct reports. The sales module is also linked. It is directly linked with the gate out process as well as the manufacturing order process. The document management has been associated with all the new custom processes. Whenever you attach a document, it will take to you a respective folder. And most importantly, all the alerts and notifications which are created are available in the audit logs as well. An example can be seen here at the bottom of the screen like this. That's all for this video. Keep connected to Apagen channel. Thank you.